Let's talk about the Asian setting of cryptocurrency here. How pivotal the role of regulation is when it comes to putting cryptocurrencies in front of the mainstream audience in Asia.
Bitcoin started as a very much a libertarian act, and obviously moving away from regulations, moving away from the continual failures of finance. I do sort of believe, that we have to respect its roots and its heritage, but at the same time, for crypto to become more accessible, more legitimate, more credible, it does require regulation around this space. And so, in the space of probably the last 2 years, we've seen regulators globally actually acknowledge this asset class, and we're seeing some regulators actually take enough innovation to actually start writing, or proposing rules and regulations in the crypto space.
And what is the current status of the regulation here in Asia? Because Japan is very much friendly and very much open, but in a general sense, Asia is quite a diverse and dynamic market. But how do you see the regulation happening here? As a region?
So in Hong Kong, the SFC have proposed a virtual asset trading sandbox regime. There's no guarantee that this is actually going to materialize, but it's just in a proposal phase right now. The fact that the SFC have actually proposed some guidelines around this space, again, it's very innovative. They're taking a much more innovative approach than some of the other regulators we see around the world, and obviously for that, I'm appreciative and very positive of it.
And do you think governments or states or nations should collaborate in terms of pushing forward this cryptocurrencies in terms of their use cases? Because apparently some nations are not that open yet. So what do you think, how important do you think collaboration between nations are when it comes to making this happen?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think collaboration with respect to financial regulation is new. We do see, some regulators impose rules which are then very quickly replicated in other jurisdictions around the world. Obviously with crypto and Bitcoin, it is borderless. It does operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it does provide or pose a new challenge for regulators. I do think that we will see probably more collaboration with respect to regulations in the crypto scene. We're seeing a lot of G20 countries are agreeing that this is something that they have to agree to in the future. So I do think collaboration with regulators globally is something that we'll see more of.
And what are you seeing? What's your forecast in the next 2 years when it comes to regulation and in terms of the trends as well happening, not just in Hong Kong but in Asia when it comes to cryptocurrency?
Sure. My prediction is within 48 months, so in the next 2 years, we'll see this space be largely regulated globally. It's no longer a sort of a fringe or a fad, and that's one of the things that I've definitely picked up in the last 6 years of being in this business. When I left traditional investment banking, it was surprising to a lot of people to go and play with magical internet money. Nowadays, it's the same. My old peers from the investment banking side that actually want to understand how they can partake in this industry. And there's a custody issues, there's volatility issues, there's regulation. There's a number of inhibiting factors that are preventing a lot of this institutional investment entering. But I do believe that we're almost on the cusp of solving all of them.
Amazing, good insights. Thank you so much, Dave, for your time.
No problem, Stephanie. Thank you very much. Thanks.